hello, and welcome back to the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge. I'm sorry, I was looking down. I was looking at my headsets, making sure that the volume is okay. But welcome back to the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge. I am your host, Evoditv, and guess what? Guess what? It's the last day. I know it's 10 minutes shy of midnight, but I wasn't going to come on here. I really wasn't going to come on here. I really didn't want to. I even called a friend of mine to see if I can give her enough excuses to convince her to say, okay, girl, you don't need to go on. That's initially what I was trying to do because I really didn't want to come on today, even though today's my last day. Today is the 21st episode, which means I'm done. I'm done the 21 days of authenticity, and that's huge for me. This is absolutely huge for me. I'm sorry. If I didn't introduce myself, my name is Evoditv, certified speaker, trainer, and empowerment coach. As you guys come in, because it's the last episode, I really want to know, where are you tuning in from? Let me know that you're coming in. There's a lot of people that have been watching several of my lives and have caught me live several times, and I really appreciate it. So I just want to make sure as you guys are coming in, let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you put the flag or the emoji sign flag of where you're tuning in from, make it interesting. Thank you, Chantel, for the love. I appreciate it. So I wasn't going to come on today. I really wasn't. I don't know if you can hear it by my voice, but I was just a mess all day. Not all day, but for the most part, I was just a mess because there's a lot of things that are going on right now, and just so many things that I'm trying to make sure come together. I suffer from being a perfectionist, aka low self-esteem, because that's technically what perfectionism is, because you can never be perfect, so you got to almost love yourself the way you are, and if you don't, that's where the low self-esteem comes from. So suffering from that, I always want everything to be perfect. Hence the reason why even when I come on live, I'm always smiling. I want to be smiling. I want to make sure that everybody sees me as that person that is doing good. Hair looks good. Everything's good. Her message is on point. If the live is not good, I'll even delete it because I want to be seen as enough. I want to be seen as I'm doing okay. And I realized that growing up, I had a lot of expectations put on me by society, by my family, by my culture, my religion. I've had a lot of expectations of, you've got to make sure that you do this. You go to school and graduate on time. You graduate with honors. You get married and get married first, and then you have a child, and and all of these different expectations. And because of that, and it started really young. It started as young as something like I wash the dishes or something, and then one dish isn't clean, and then it's like, oh, the dishes are not clean, what's wrong with it? Or you wear something you're not supposed to wear to church, and then people scold you and say how awful you are. So you walk around with this idea of like always trying to be enough, always trying to meet other people's expectations. And that's what I was doing. My whole life, I've been trying to just be enough to the people around me, whether it's my religion or my family. I just have wanted to be enough. And I've failed over and over and over. Not only have I failed, but I've replicated situations to where I feel like I'm not enough. Most of the relationships that I've been in have been with emotionally unavailable people that reinforced that I was not enough. A lot of the friendships that I've had were with people that treated me as if I wasn't enough. Why? Because it was a belief that was in me. It was really a belief that was in me. And like now with, you are enough, you are amazing, and we love you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Raj. Thank you. And I really do want to say, I was not going to come on. That's the reason why I'm on so late, and probably there's a lot of people that are sleeping, because I like my sleep. So I'm pretty sure my viewers like my sleep, like their sleep too. But I was not going to come on, and I remember at some point I was crying and I was talking to God, and I'm like, God, this is my last episode why would you make these emotions come up? You know, it's the last episode. I'm trying to do something interesting for my viewers. I'm trying to go forward and show them that, you know, you can be authentic and all this. And I don't want to show up crying. God, like, what's going on? And I just put it out there, and literally at 9:45, I got off the phone with my girl, and 9:40, not 45, around 40, I got a call from someone that first of all, I don't think I've ever FaceTimed this person, but they called me through FaceTime and was like, yeah, you're going on, aren't you? You know? And it was almost like a confirmation from God saying that, you know what you're doing is not for you. You need to stop being selfish. What you are doing is not for you. The strength that you've been given to overcome everything that you have overcome yes, it's for you because you're growing, but it's for you to share with other people. Whether I'm coming on and crying, whether I'm coming on and smiling, whether I'm coming on and joking around and playing games, or whatever it is, it really is to share me, a piece of me with the world. And going through these 21 days and looking back at the fact that, one, I didn't finish in 21 days. I didn't finish the 21 days of authenticity in 21 days. And at first, that hurt me. That's why the last 4 days I stalled so long just to finish them, because I'm like, everyone's gonna look at me like I'm a failure. Everyone's gonna look at me like I don't stick to my word. I don't want to finish it. You know, I don't want to go forward with it because I was still on that place of, I'm not enough. I don't meet their standards. Therefore, I need to just sit back, or what I have to say doesn't matter. And I've gotten to this point where I'm like, no, all of these days have taught me so much about myself and about authenticity. Authenticity for me is knowing that I am enough. And operating in that. Knowing that I'm whole within myself and operating in that, because I can just see how I'm going through, I'm healing, you know, I'm healing through all of the different things, you know, and I'm overcoming a lot of the different obstacles that I've gone through, but it still is extremely difficult. It's still extremely difficult. Yes, I know I've read many books, and I've gone to many seminars, and I've done a lot of coaching and all of these kind of things and all of that, but I still have a lot of stuff that I go through, you know, and at first when I started 21 days, I wanted to talk about it outwardly, the word authenticity. But I realized that it's like, no, it really is about showing up as me every time I show up. You know, there's going to be some times where if you go back and look at the different episodes, you'll see where, oh, that's where she was a little bit more comfortable. Go to the first episode. I think it's the first or second episode, one of those episodes, and you'll see how much of a change there was. Because when I first came on with the idea of, I need your approval. I needed your approval. I needed exterior approval because I didn't think I was enough. And this idea of not being enough has ruled my life. You're on at the perfect time. Yay, thank you, Chantel. I love you, girl. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. Sorry, there's a mosquito. I don't even know how a mosquito got in my house. But yeah. Oh man, I forgot what I was saying. But perfect. You're on at the perfect time. Yes, I am on at the perfect time. This is really just me reflecting. This is me reflecting, and I really do hope that as you watch this last 21 days of authenticity, that you reflect for yourself on, what does authenticity mean to you? What does it mean to you? Not just what does it mean, like as in the definition, but how does it show up in your own life? Where are you not being authentic? And I really want to specify, authentic doesn't just mean that you speak your mind. A lot of people think that just because they speak their mind, and a lot of time they're rude. A lot of time it hurts other people. But just because they speak their mind, they think they're authentic. Authenticity is not about that. Authenticity is being able to, hey, I'm new to your channel. Oh, hey, Robin. Thank you so much for letting me know you're on here. Where are you tuning in from? Today's actually the last day of the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge. And I'm reflecting on just authenticity and this whole challenge and what I've learned. And one of the major things that I've gotten out of this journey is that I'm enough. Hence the reason why I'm wearing my tiara here, because I don't need anyone to qualify me. I'm going to wear this because that I, Evoditv, put this on my head, and I believe that I am enough. I believe that I am worthy. And if you know that you're worthy, I want you to put a thumbs up emoji on there. Maryland, you're tuning in from Maryland. Oh, I got a good friend in Maryland. Tell Maryland I say hello. But yeah, so while I'm reading a book on 21 days money fasting. Oh, lol, that's funny. Awesome. Yeah, but I want to know, what is your definition of authenticity? How does authenticity show up in your life? Because it's not about just speaking your mind. You think just because we speak our mind that we're authentic. No, authenticity has to do with you being true to your inner self. Your inner self. How do you distinguish your inner self? Your intuition, your guidance system, your feelings. Being true to your simple feelings. So for example, if you at any point are in this state of frustration and confusion and this feeling of like, God, why? You're not aligned. You're not living authentically. Robin Davis says, being transparent and having compassion. Yes, being transparent, not putting up walls up, and having compassion. Exactly. Having compassion is very important to authenticity too, because when you are authentic, you're connecting to yourself. And when you're connecting to your higher self, your spirit self, you're connecting to what everyone else is connected to. God, source energy, whatever you want to call it, that's what you're connected to. And God is love. So that's where the compassion comes from. Thank you for that definition. I want you guys to put down, what is your definition of authenticity? How does authenticity show up in your life? Let me know, how does it show up in your life? And that way we'll be able to kind of like have this dialogue even afterwards, even after, the live is done and we're still able to have, little discussions. That's the fun about being on Facebook, is the fact that you come on Facebook and you do your live, but there's also the commenting. There's also you can go on to the messenger, send people messages and like all of this kind of stuff. People that I wouldn't normally know, people that I wouldn't normally be able to impact. And I love sharing my story. Sometimes I even think, I'm like, God, I'm not worthy. I didn't deserve to go through all of the horrible things that I went through. When I say I didn't deserve it, not in the sense where I didn't want to go through it, but in the sense where it's made me into such a beautiful human being that I'm like, God, thank you so much for choosing me to be able to speak in front of people. Thank you so much, because I don't like the word I'm not worthy. Because I know how in worship songs we always talk about, oh God, I am not worthy of you, and I'm not, but I'm like, for a human being that has suffered abandonment issues and, has a whole bunch of expectations, a lot of issues, saying I'm not worthy constantly over and over again is not really healthy for me. So for me, I have switched that language and saying I am worthy. He's made me worthy, so I am worthy. But that's sort of what I wanted to come on today and speak on this 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge. Hey, Gloria, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. As you guys come in, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. It is the last day of the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge, and I am so happy that I made it to the end. In my life going forward, I noticed that I had a problem finishing things. I could start things, but finishing was always so difficult because I didn't think I had it in me to finish. And that's why even when it came to high school, I dropped out and I didn't think I could finish. I graduated years later. It took me a long time to finish, but I persevered and I did. And this is sort of the same thing. And I have that same kind of feeling because I really was not going to go on. And I'm so happy that I stuck to my guns. I stuck to what I said I was going to do, that I was going to come on here and finish the 21 days and show up as me, even though I'm not feeling like I wasn't, not now, because now I feel great because I feel the transfer of energy. Whoever's watching me now, I could tell you're watching and I feel the energy, But I wasn't going to come on. But the fact that I did, I'm like, you know what, Evoditv? There's nothing you can't do as long as you just keep going, keep showing up, being you, keep going, and there's nothing you won't be able to accomplish. This 21 days of authenticity has been such a grace to me. It's been such a grace to me. I've learned so much. I've met so many people. I've encountered with people everywhere around the world. I've learned so much about myself, and it's amazing. And I just thank God, because I'm like, if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for, and I don't want to say it in a way where everyone says it, because Lil Wayne, when he's getting an award, he's going to go up and say, thank you, God, thank you, everyone says, oh yeah, if it wasn't for God. But I'm serious though, if it wasn't for him in my life, I ran away from home when I was 12. I was couch surfing, sleeping outside from 13 and 14, pregnant at 15, abandoned at 16, like all of these things, dropped out of school in grade 10, like all of these things where I was not supposed to, I was not supposed to make it in life according to the standards. That's why I walked around with this idea of not being enough. But being here now, despite all of that, and still able to be proud, still able to wear my crown, 2 children, I'm not married, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. No university degree, I am not ashamed. I'm black, I am not ashamed. And I'm so grateful. And that is what authenticity means to me. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge. This has been an amazing journey. I really hope that if you're able to go back to the different videos, I really hope that you go look at them and see what you can get for your own life and how it means, because what authenticity means in your own life, because I can guarantee you the awareness. So just knowing what authenticity and how it plays a role in your life, it is going to drastically change your life. It's going to open up a new path, a new relationship with yourself. We like to talk about the relationship with God and with others, but we don't really talk about the relationship with ourselves. And that's what authenticity teaches. So thank you for tuning in. Evoditv. Until next time. Bye-bye.